Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? It's Terrell Hall of Fame, D-Line, tbkc, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. Now, check this out. You guys have heard me go on rants about not using Dine. And several of you have asked me, I don't want you guys to think that Dine cannot, and I said this in a video, that it cannot be a benefit to you. When are the times that I use Dine? Or Red Cell? I prefer Dine over Red Cell, but this is the time. Okay, for instance, your female or male has gotten a little thin and you want to pull that weight back up, and a lot of times what'll happen is that'll come from sickness, or that'll come from pregnancy, lack of calories to the female, whatever the case may be. Now you start to have to deal with that, and the one thing I'll say is that typically how I do Dine, it doesn't take a lot. A lot of people think that you have to put a ton of it on there. It's actually only it's that dense that is, you only need like a few tablespoons, and that's a lot of calories added. Now what I will do is I'll put eggs in there. You can boil them, you know, I'm still old school, I give them raw, and I'll put the Dine in there with the eggs, and whip it up, and I'll usually put it in the dog's kibble. Other ways that one of my little favorite mixes is really a blend that I give to the puppies when I'm weaning them. I'll get a can of for whatever reason, the dogs love puppy chow canned food. So I give them a can of puppy chow canned food, and I'll put the Dine in there, and I'll take an egg or two, and I'll mix it all together. And sometimes I'll use the Ultra 24, which is the milk replacer. And that's basically pretty much what I wean the puppies on as I start to, trickle their dog food, their real dog food into the mix. And, they get more and more used to it week by week. And before you know it, they're eating their regular dog food without the mix. But I'll use those things, especially during the weaning process. I'll use more of them in the instance where I feel like that maybe the mom's milk, and that'll be the next video, maybe the mom's milk is not as good. And sometimes you see puppies, and I have this happen all the time, as long as they stay at a good weight, right, where they're not looking super skinny or anything like that, you'll see that the puppies are not gaining weight maybe as fast as you want them to. So you try to up the calories with the mom, and you can use different things like, the eggs and the yogurt and cottage cheese and different things like that, which you have to be careful not to give too much calcium. But, you'll do those things. Sometimes actually put the milk replacer on the mom's food, and she'll gobble that down also. But you can also give the mom Dine during pregnancy, and that helps out. But on the flip side, say for instance, it's not working, the mom's milk is not quite as rich, or you end up with that. That's a time where you want to up the calories for the puppies. And it's amazing with puppies because you'll have them at, say, 5 weeks old. And from 5 weeks to 6 weeks old, you can put massive amounts of weight on the dogs just by the puppies, just by upping their calories like that, because they're growing so fast. Their bodies, their bodies are processing everything so fast. And of course, we don't want to get them fat, but if you want to put a little extra body fat on them to help them with their growing process, this is a great way to do it. But these are the times that I recommend it. For a big, healthy dog that's running around doing this thing, I do not recommend, a bunch of added calories. It's just not necessary. It'll do more damage than good. Until next time, much love, y'all. Peace.